What's going on? Legion Rudy here playing more RuneScape Dragonwilds. Welcome to our Daily Gaming XP Grind episode 113. So we are going to be working on cooking, and behind the scenes we've organized our base a little bit so it would make it a little bit easier. So we don't have an incredibly large amount of things to actually cook, but we do have a little bit of stuff. So we wanted to kind of get that out of the way, get things organized. We organized a couple of our chests behind the scenes as well. So that way we can start tightening things up, as we don't want things to get too crazy and too out of control, which is really easy for it to happen. So we really wanted to stay on top of it and make sure it's not something that continues to happen, because it's can be quite time consuming to fix all the chests and get things where they need to go. But luckily for us, we don't really kill too large of a different amount of things, so it's not always a problem. It's just sometimes I sort of stray from what I normally do, and I do have a little bit something different planned today for what I'm going to be doing after I'm done cooking, because obviously this is not going to take up all the time. So I definitely wanted to have a plan. It's not going to be rune crafting, because obviously those are not quite yet respawned, and so let's go ahead and put this food in here, which is going to sort of mess up everything that we've just quite done. But obviously I wanted to go get some blurite. I thought that would be a good idea. It's probably respawned by now, potentially not. It doesn't take that long to check, and I think it's really good to stock up on this. It's one of those things where I think it's going to be really important to have when Felhallow comes to the game, if this guy would spawn in, because I know he's going to, and potentially not. Maybe it hasn't been enough time since I've killed him for him to actually respawn. I guess I'll grab the Vault Core. This is actually a really good excuse to actually grab extra Vault Cores actually as well, just because you're already coming over here. So it looks like it has respawned, and it's just a good thing to actually have extra blurite for bolts and for all different sorts of things, really, right? Um, it's just going to be really important to have extra. I'm not sure if later down the road they'll actually add things to the list that you can make with blurite. Probably not. Everything has its time and its place. But regardless, I think that it's going to be really good to have these blurite bolts, especially enchanted ones, once once Valhalla comes to the game. Because obviously there's going to be a lot of high level creatures that are just going to be a little bit difficult to kill with the lower level bolts, and I totally just can't believe I messed that up. But that's kind of a hard one getting back. Not really, not so much getting over there, just getting back. But we did decide to go melee there, and I think it's just because, I don't know why, it's sort of instinct on that one. But let's see if I got some vault shards. So that's also been quite nice. Aside from the fact, if you wanted to get the vault core, you can go in there and get more vault shards, which I know are going to be important probably all throughout the game, because if you really think about it, it's really important in sort of making higher end armor, and I don't think that's really going to change, because they're going to keep putting vaults in the game as time goes on. So I'm trying to remember as well. I was just reading it. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be adding a lot of vaults to the game with Valhalla. I don't remember if I read that. I didn't see anything in there about it. It doesn't mean they're not going to. But obviously, the update's already so big, it might have just been a little bit hard to give that, plus everything else. So, just going to have to wait and see. What I'm looking for right now, and what we're going to be doing different today, is actually killing putrid rats. But I don't see any except the one I already killed, which is really weird because I haven't been out here in quite some time. So you would actually think that there would be quite a bit of them, and I'm not seeing any of them. So now we've got to make it. Oh, there's the Abyssal Demon. So I am going to go fight him just because he gives a lot of XP. I won't be able to use magic because, I mean, that's more of a safe spot thing. And now the Abyssal Demon sort of shoots orbs at you. So I don't really want to get blown up trying to get a little bit of magic XP, even though it's actually quite a bit of magic XP. Just don't really feel like getting annihilated today after all the other times I've been annihilated, so. But Obviously, melee is the way to go if you're trying to kill this guy fast. As you can see, he's just completely falling, and quite a fast kill. But so that's the good thing about when you're fighting him with melee. But obviously, there's other skills that need time and attention as far as attack styles. So can't always kill him with melee, and it gives quite a bit of XP. So I like to just sort of use other skills that don't have a lot of XP yet. But yeah, that's the melee actually is quite a bit of fun. These guys all just sort of spawn back in, which is really weird because I haven't been here in a considerable amount of time. So I'm shocked that they're just now sort of spawning in. But regardless, we got an Abyssal Demon kill. We're going to be getting, hopefully, some of the other new material. I can't even think of the name right now, but obviously it's important to have it, I believe, to poison your arrows. So we've got this guy who's going to sit here and seriously try to challenge us, which is a little bit ridiculous. Two of them. That's okay, though. We can always use more goblin packs. I'm not 100% sure if we're actually going to be getting farming seeds from the goblin packs. But as I've said before, I could just open them all up if I'm wrong. And it's not like I really need any particular resource at this current time. I've got so much of everything. We got some more tar. Let's check those, even though I probably don't need them. We're here. We may as well get this resources. Why not? So, just trying to find more putrid rats. I really wanted to change it up because obviously sheep and ram are fun to kill, but we kill them so often it's incredibly repetitive. So I just wanted to sort of change it up. And there's not much more here. I think I see one way in the distance, but I'm not going to run all the way over there for one rat. So I think what we are going to do is go back to our base, and then we are going to maybe potentially go to the Blood Blight Swamp, bring an anti-poison potion, and sort of take care of that, because I think that would be the most beneficial thing at this current time. Only 2 anti-poison potions left, so we're actually going to have to make more of those as well. I should probably put some of this away. We've got quite a bit of our inventory used up. So let's go do this. Looking for... I don't see any here. Usually I see them here, and we're here as well. So I might as well grab a little bit of a Blood Blight or Blight Wood. Just because you never know. Obviously, this is another thing to consider as well. I'm not sure if you've made it this far in the video. Obviously, if you haven't, that's understandable, and that's quite fine. But basically, I would say definitely collect a lot of Blightwood. If you play the game as much as I do, we are going to need to make more chests. And obviously, they're probably going to have even better chests. I don't know if they're going to require Blightwood, if they're going to go to a higher level tree. Potentially Willow will be the next. Or maybe they'll introduce another weird tree that allows you to make chests as well. We've got another Abyssal Demon. So this is actually quite interesting. I've never fought 2 Abyssal Demons back to back like that. So this is actually quite cool. Except I might die right now, which is not good. But ultimately there's an orb there. I don't know. I guess he's not going to blow up on me. But yeah, so... I've never fought 2 Abyssal Demons in one video. That's really cool. So, or just at all, ever. Like, back to back. So, that's something to consider. Potentially bigger chests coming to the game. I'm not going to fix all my old chests. That's ridiculous. I think more so the new resources that come to the game will get new chests. And that's pretty much how I'll go about that. And obviously, I'll be using materials as I go. Not so much the old ones. But yeah, I mean, unless they potentially made a chest hold like 100 items, that might be a reason to go back and sort of change the way that I've got my layout. But currently, I just really don't see a reason to go and do all that work. It's actually a substantial amount of work to take out 45,000 or whatever in coal, and everything else that I've got a ridiculous amount. I think it would just take a really long time, and I just don't think it's ultimately necessary. So let's go see if we can't find some more putrid rats. It's so hard to walk by this right now. I really want to cut down all of it. If there's another one on the other side, I guess I'll grab it. But, I mean, I didn't really come here for the wood, so it's not that important. But I would like to have some more. And there's another rat over there, but I really don't want to fight the tree just to get the rat. That's crazy. Obviously, it would give me a bit more attack XP, but I'm not primarily out here for attack XP. I'm actually just trying to get this, the poison ichor. And you've seen how many of these rats I've killed. And the ichor is actually really rare. I mean, I'm not going to say rare. It's just not a great drop chance. So, if you've got some extra time and you plan on poisoning arrows, I think it's going to be really good for, like, boss fights. I think it would do well at Velgar, because Velgar sort of flies away. So all that time he's in the air shooting you, he would actually be being poisoned by your arrow, which I think could be incredibly beneficial. So I think we pretty much got the rats. So we're probably going to go back to our base. We're going to put all this stuff away and completely ruin our entire organization again, because this is how it happens to go. Actually, I'm not even going to mess that up. That's a little bit ridiculous. I don't need to mess that up. Let's go here, put all that there. Boom, done. So let's put all this here. And then we are going to grab a cooking potion. It's also dark, so I can actually go to sleep here as well. But I'm going to grab the food first. So let's go ahead and grab all the food that we've cooked. Should be quite a bit. You see, even after I cook all that, it just doesn't even seem like a lot of XP. 1308, it's just barely anything. It's actually quite terrible. A warband is attacking our base. Finally. It took forever for this to happen. It just seems like such a rare occurrence now. It used to happen so much more often. Quite excited to actually do an XP update this time, just because I got to work on attack a little bit, and I'm getting smashed right now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't really usually work on attack. And I worked on it quite a bit, and I killed 2 abyssal demons, so there should be quite a bit of attack XP in this video, and we've got one more group of them going to be coming. And where they up there, they are over there. Look at my base. I mean, I've transitioned to so many bases over the course of time, and they've all looked so very different. My very first base was really cool. It just had dining rooms and multiple tiers and layers, but ultimately I wanted that wood back so I could use it for other things. And then I sort of realized that you don't really want a gigantic base like that. It makes it a lot harder to navigate with. And you want something more simple that just sort of works. Especially when you're doing large amounts of projects. You're going to be running around a lot more trying to get things in order. So, got ourselves quite a bit of goblin packs now just from that little encounter. And let's go ahead and take the cooked food and put it away, and then we're going to do an XP update. I'm not sure where we are on time, but I feel like we got quite a bit done, and it just seems right. It seems fine. So let's go ahead and put the dwell berries away. Look at all the dwell berries, all these different things that I've cooked over the course of time. I mean, some of them a lot more than others, but there's just so much stuff. So let's go ahead and put this water away, which I guess I have to put it in here, which is where I was putting all my water. So I guess we'll drink a little bit as well, just since we're here. Put this cabbage away. And then make sure I got everything, and I did. So let's go ahead and do an XP update. So 318,878 attack XP. I'm not even entirely sure where I started. So I've got no idea in comparison to how much we got done, but I'd have to say it's a little bit, not a great amount. Range 49,000. We didn't even work on that, I don't really think. Wood cutting 1,001,000. Construction 2,013,000. Rune crafting 908,000. Magic 122,000. Mining 4,207,000. Artisan 4,123,000. And cooking 356,088 XP. So cooking, as we all know, is incredibly slow. There's nothing you can do to fix it. Ultimately, the dirty water was a great way to do it, but it's just so time consuming to sit there and collect all the dirty water. Even though it's easy, it's not fun. And I feel like if you're going to get XP in cooking, you can do it while getting an attack skill leveled up as well. That makes the most sense to get the most I guess, bang for your time. You want to make sure you're just you're ultimately succeeding in all levels that you possibly can while you're doing something in the game to save yourself time and be more efficient. So I definitely think that's the way to go. But anyway, guys, we really appreciate you guys watching our content, and we're having a great time with the game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your experience in RuneScape Dragonwilds. And until next time, Legion Ruler out.